My name is Scott Hallra, Managing Partner at Venn Technology. Venn Technology is a Salesforce.com consulting partner that helps small and mid-sized businesses as well as nonprofits get the most out of the Salesforce platform. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build a Google form. And you may be wondering, as a Salesforce partner, why do we care about Google Forms? This is going to be the first in a series of videos on how to integrate various tools such as Google Apps, Google Sheets with Salesforce using an incredible tool that you can go find out on the App Exchange called Workato. Workato makes it very, very easy to point and click your way to integration between Salesforce and a whole host of other applications. So maybe you need to tie in QuickBooks or Dropbox or Eventbrite or SurveyMonkey. Workato can help you do that without having to write a single line of code. So at your leisure, go out to workato.com and browse all of the different channels that are supported and integrated back to Salesforce. So the situation today that we're going to be talking about, the use case for our Google form is going to be to build a very easy to stand up, quick to stand up event registration tool using a combination of Google Forms and Salesforce.com. So Google Forms will be our front end where we'll actually collect the data, and then ultimately we will push that into Salesforce using Workato. So the first thing that you're going to need is a Google Drive account. That can be an account that you get through your free Gmail. That can be a Google Drive account that you get through a paid Google Apps for Business subscription like we use at Venn Technology. So however you get it, get it. Log into Drive and come over, click New, and go down to More, and we want to build a Google form. So we'll go in there and we'll get started, and we'll give our form a name, and we're going to call this Event Registration. We'll give it a quick description. The really, really big event. All right, moving on down. Much like Salesforce, Google gives us multiple data types when building our forms. So thinking about what we need to capture in an event registration, we need things like company name, first and last name, email address, and then maybe we need some preferences, meal preferences. Maybe we need something that's kosher, vegan, gluten-free, or other. So let's go in and build our form. The first question is going to be company name. And notice again, we switched our data type to text, and we do need this on all of our responses. So that's going to be a required question. Now let's come down and add another one. We'll do another text, and let's make this first name. And it is required. And let's make a last name. Also required. And let's get an email address. A phone number. And now let's add in some choices. So let's give it a meal choice, and let's say meal preferences. Now, we don't want this to be required because some people may not have meal preferences. So let's say kosher, vegan, kosher, vegan, or gluten-free. And at this point, that for our sample, that's probably all we need. Again, we're not going to make it required because we don't want them to have to select an answer. And then finally, let's add some comments. So people can enter paragraph text, and again, not making it required, and we'll say done. All right, so we can do a few other things. If we want them to be able to come back and create another response, we could do that. Maybe they're registering multiple people. Maybe we want to expose some other information from the form. Maybe we're using this for a survey. We could do that. And then we can, in some cases, allow people to edit their response after they have submitted it. All right, now that we've got that, let's, oh, and by the way, you can create multiple pages and get a lot more complex with this than what we've done here. So let's, now that we've built the form, let's manage our theme. So out of the box, they give us several themes to choose from, all sorts of decorative ones. Let's come down and get something, maybe just kind of basic. Let's go with here, our sample form in blue. And here's kind of what it's going to look like. Now, we could send this form. We've got multiple channels by which to do it. We could send this in as a bunch of emails. We can also embed this as an iframe in a website. So if you wanted to put this out on your website, you could paste this. You could send a link using an email marketing tool and whatnot. So let's just kind of go with this as it is, and we'll come out here, we'll view our live form. This is what it looks like. If we need to make some changes, we can edit the form. But now what we want to do is we need to get our responses into a Google Sheet. So we'll come in here, and in the background it's going to create a Google Sheet, so event registration responses, and let's create it. And now if we go out to our live form, say we'll put in a phone number, and I don't think Don has any mail preferences, and we'll submit. And if we come here, here, and we go to our responses, we'll see that it has been recorded into a Google Sheet. So think about this, it's not actually the Google form that we're going to integrate with via Workato, it's this Google Sheet that is the repository for the information that we collect in the Google form. So that is a very quick and easy Google form tutorial, and check back for our more in-depth tutorial on connecting this event registration form with Workato and pushing that data into Salesforce. Thanks so much. Hope this was helpful. Sound off in the comments if you have anything to add.